great Sir Stamford Raffles speaking, founder of Singapore. The past defines the present, and the present leads to the future.
The past was full of hardships and challenges. The Singapore River was a trading port, and as for me, at that time the river was a commercial lifeline. This Singapore River served a great significance in the 19th century, as it was the main growth for Singapore as an entrepot among the Southeast Asian countries. However, it was also badly affected by congestion. Due to this problem, people littered around area and the cleanliness of the Singapore River was disrupted. It became polluted. With more and more trade, apart from the benefits, on the other hand, the place became unwelcoming and full. There was no action taken at that time about this. There were also many farms disposing the waste directly into the river. All along, the river was focused fully on trade. The boats were used to transport load around the river for easier trading. I vividly remember people from Arab, India, China, and many other individuals of different cultures and traditions sailing on boats and landed on Singapore to trade. Many poor people were also sitting on the steps and ports of Singapore River bank then. The inequality of wealth was spread among the country. I took charge of the trade section and ensured peace among the traders and the people of Singapore. There were many harbours and many fascinating temples in the vicinity of the river with food shops and old houses.
There has been a drastic change along the Singapore River from the past. I am satisfied to see much development and economic growth by looking at the high-rise buildings and the financial businesses set up there. It is surprising to see a fresh environment with lesser water and air pollution. People of Singapore have indeed become more considerate and civilized. The sewage and disposal system should be enhanced and efficient as the Singapore River is clean. With all these services and amenities, this place of significance has become a tourist attraction with a historical background to learn. It is quite pleasant seeing students and historians coming to learn more about me and the past. There is also a vast decrease seen in the poverty rate of Singapore as people are more literate and educated with jobs. This place has also become more accessible with many roads. I am very contented to see there is a museum of the past Singapore which illustrates her growth and development in 50 years.
I foresee that in 48 years down the road, Singapore River will have more international banks because of our exponential economic growth. More foreign investments will be lured, making Singapore more financially developed. I would suggest getting rid of all the shophouses, as it does not help financially, and it is wise to replace them with hotels so that tourists can stay near the Singapore River, allowing them to enjoy the scenery and convenience as it is near the city district. Another thing that can also be improved is the bumboats that are now used for tourism purposes. It can be a double-decker with air conditioning so that more tourists will be comfortable and to be able to endure the tropical climate of Singapore. It is also possible to have meals on board while admiring the green and vibrant scenery of Singapore River.
Thank you! But don't forget, Singapore can be number one in everything. But except overall. Overall, Britain is the number one country.